Question number one is sensory pleasures like job promotion or getting a bonus provides a pleasure and validation of hard work done. How can we keep being ambitious in that aspect without becoming oversensory towards monetary results?
Okay, so it is important to remember that life is dual. Whether you like it or not, successes are usually matched by failures. So if something in life is increasing or giving you happiness and pleasure, there will be some aspect of life which is going on a downslide, because this is the nature of life. So even though we may feel very excited about our promotions or job bonuses, but then if something in life happens which brings all that excitement down. So if we are aware always of this nature of duality, then in the first place, we will not expect a lot of happiness out of our bonuses. Okay, the bonus has come into our bank account, fair enough. It was due, so that is it. So don't attach your emotional reaction to the bonus. The bonus will come. If it is due to you, it will come. Now, this is reminding me of two examples. One example is that of the father of Paramahansa Yogananda. At that time, in so early in the 20th century, his father received a pension which was like almost equal to 1,25,000 rupees, which was like a humongous amount at that time. But he never even mentioned to any of his children. He did not mention it in the family. He did not show any excitement about this fact. It is only when Yoganandaji's younger brother discovered that there was this huge amount of money in the bank that he questioned his father about it. And his father just calmly remarked that, yes, this has been given to me, and that's so no excitement about it. Yes, it's there. If you have worked hard in your life, the universe will give you your due. But how emotionally attached you are to that result, now that is the cause of your pleasure and your pain. It is not necessary that extra money in the bank is going to give you happiness. On the other example that I am being reminded of is from the life of Swami Kriyananda. And Swamiji was really wanting to buy a motor home. So a motorable, vehicle, which are very common these days. So not so common earlier. So he really wanted to buy, and finally, one day he was able to procure enough money to buy a motorhome. So he was, checking inside, as we are when a new vehicle comes, we're all excited about it. We want to check inside. So he was doing exactly that, and he said, "I was very excited about it." But at the same time, there was this thought in my mind that if I'm getting excited about it, there is something going to happen which is going to balance this excitement. And at that very moment, the handbrakes of the vehicle were not applied, and there was a slight slope. So the motorhome started to, slide behind, and it touched the wall of a building, which was like a store, and it stopped there. Now, in this meantime, Swamiji was not holding on to anything, and he was in a precarious position, putting his weight on one leg, that he fell and he broke a finger simultaneously. So immediately that the thought that came to him that, this is going to be balanced, and immediately it got balanced. He actually fractured a finger. But on seeing his fractured finger, he said, I laughed and I laughed and I laughed, because I knew that this is how life is. So don't be too excited about the gains in life. Don't look forward. Don't put your, what we do is, I am going to get a bonus after 6 months. So I will be happy only after I get a bonus. How silly is that? I am the soul right now. All the ability to be happy is with me right now. Why should I postpone my happiness to a future event? The bonus will come when it has to come. But don't tie your sense of happiness to that bonus. Do your hard work, the universe will give you result. This is the law of karma. It is in place, it is intact, it has served all. But if you tie your emotions to all the successes of this life, then your emotions will also be active when the negative things happen. So be even-minded, be calm, do your work, give the results to God. That is Nishkam Karma, and that is freedom right now. I think that's it for this question. Yes.
Next question we have is please suggest some tips to practice presence of God so that we may remember God at the end of life.
Okay. So the common things is you have, let's say in 24 hours, you have 18 working hours. In 18 working hours, a lot can be done. So there are times when you're doing your Kriya Yoga practice, you are specifically meditating. Now, there are other times then you are probably, maybe you are traveling in the metro or maybe you are driving. During that time, what you can do is maybe you can listen to some chants. Maybe you can listen to some mantra recitation by Master or by Swami Kriyananda. Or you can listen to uplifting spiritual music. Or you can silently keep doing japa all the time. Now, let's say you reach your office. Now, in office, you have to deal with so many people. As you deal with people, remind yourself that whoever person as a customer or a client is sitting right next to you is a manifestation of the divine. And if you remember this, you will treat him as a divine presence, and that will become an act of remembrance of God. In every little activity, in writing an email, in answering a call, think that the other person is a representative of God. It is not necessary that Jesus the Christ has to sit in front of you, or Yadava the Krishna has to come in front of you, or Vishnu with his four limbs will, four hands will come and sit only, then you will behave God like. No. All the people of this world are representative children of the divine. If you can remember this, and if every time you are serving a human being, think of it as service to God, then all the waking hours of your day, you will be practicing the presence of God. And of course, as we said earlier, there are meditative times. You can do nam jap, you can do chanting, you can do affirmation, you can do a keep mentally talking to God. This is one of my favorite activities, that in my mind, I will keep a conversation with God alive. So simple examples, if something nice is happening, I would say, wow, God, this is so nice. Thank you for this experience. I really had a nice time. I hope you enjoyed too. Something like that. And if something, some people are fighting in front of me, or I'm in such a situation, I would say, oh God, what is this? Look at what these people are doing. It is you only. Why are you creating this drama? And, might as well, let them be settled. So I'm just trying to say that in everything that happens, I keep a mental conversation with God very, very alive, considering that all that I'm saying is being heard. I'm not just throwing it away into the ether and not thinking that I don't know if anybody's hearing or not. No, no. I am making sure that God is hearing me. I can sometimes, talk very, very personally, just as you would talk to a friend, or talk to a mentor, talk to a companion, talk to a parent, because God plays all these roles. He's the savior, he's the guardian, he's the parent, he's the lover, he's the friend, he's the teacher, he's the child, he's everything. So keep that mental conversation going all the time. This has really, really helped me. And I would say for me, of course, because most waking hours, this is the number one thing that helps me to practice the presence of God all the time. And of course, there are meditative times and other times as well. So it's a self-effort thing. You have to call upon him. And what you can do as soon as you get up in the day, the first prayer that you can offer to God is say, God, please make sure that I keep remembering you all the time. I know I forget sometimes, but please remind me. So if you pray that to the Lord, then Lord will keep reminding about his or her presence to you all the time. Try it and explore, experiment. You will really enjoy this process. Thank you.
Dr. Radhika, we don't have any more questions, but there is a sharing. It is really important to stay in company of spiritual gurus all the time. Otherwise, delusion will take over and blow you down.
That is absolutely true. This is the importance of satsang, which has been given in all scriptures. And you have to surround yourself with the company of the saints. Your own thoughts are also your companions. So if your thoughts are about scripture, about saints, about the teachings, then you are in good company. So make sure that you are always remembering and calling upon the masters, and they are always present. Again, don't think that it's an imaginary hallucination. If you call upon them, they will always be present. And to keep the company of the saints, the other things that you can do is in your home or in your office, if it is possible, keep the pictures of saints around you as much as possible. Maybe on your phone screen, on your laptop screen, even in your drawer sometimes, if you don't want others to really feel that what pictures you are keeping, just keep them in a drawer, keep them in your notebook. So surround yourself with pictures. The other thing that you can do is you can always have a book with you. And this is what I used to do, especially in the initial years of my spiritual journey in this life. For years, I would carry at least one Yogananda book, sometimes many more. One book of Yogananda Ji, and as much time, if I would get 1 minute, 2 minutes, or 5 minutes, sometimes in between patients, sometimes, maybe I'm traveling in metro, wherever. So I would open that book immediately and not allow any other thought to come into my mind. I would open that book, read a passage from that book, or read a page from that book, and then it would give me a lot of upliftment. Because instead of getting engrossed with the thoughts of my past or imaginary thoughts of fear of the future, I would just come to the present and I would think of Yogananda, I would listen to him, or I would read about him, and then the next minutes or next hour is beautiful. Then again, whenever you get time, you can maybe read a line. So now you have computers, you can have pop-up quotations from master. So every half an hour a quotation is popping up on your computer. Be smart. Have the presence of the gurus everywhere around you. In your car, maybe you have a small car protector which has the master's picture. Near your pillow, maybe you can have a picture of the master. You can keep a big book of the master. In your office, wherever you go, surround yourself with the master in every which way. Attune yourself to the presence of the master in your life by following his teachings, by practicing his meditation techniques, and you will find that his protecting presence is always there. So again, explore, experiment, and enjoy this journey called life. We are all moving on the path to self-realization. We are holding each other's hands. We are co-pilgrims. We are co-travelers, and we are enjoying this journey. Thank you, all of you, for being a part of my journey. And God bless us all. In the next